Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The poisonous love that Brooke has won't last. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, even if the mood may be pleasant at the moment, it won't stay for very long. Naturally, Brooke Logan and her reconnection with Ridge Forrester are on our minds. Fans anticipated this as the two of them were planned a trip to Italy together. Even while Brooke may feel ecstatic to be back in Ridge's arms, reality will catch up with her sooner rather than later. The reason for this is that Ridge will eventually do what he has done so frequently in the past. He will abruptly leave her. Brooke doesn't seem to be learning from her prior mistakes, which is something you would assume she would. Ridge was terrible to Brooke and said the most heinous things about her daughter. Several soap opera fans wrote in their comments on social media. Then, after telling her to essentially toss her and Beth out, he essentially asked that she choose between him and Hope. They stretched these stories for months with hardly any nuance and then poof, done, observed another critic. The sole distinction is that this bridgeation provided us with an excessive amount of arrogant, condescending bridge sequences in which Brooke repeatedly begs Ridge to take over as CEO. I have to act like it's a satire in order to watch the show. Then there was this comment as well. I realize this won't be a popular statement, but as long as this soap opera is on, Ridge will continue to break up and rejoin. Their parts represent the Romeo and Juliet star-crossed lovers motif that was present from the outset. Shin is dead if Luna is still alive. According to previews, Sheila Carter will celebrate her granddaughter Luna Nozawa's survival this week on The Bold and the Beautiful because of Lee Finnegan. Unfortunately, the only person in Los Angeles who will be pleased that Luna escaped death is Sheila. Will Luna Nozawa's resurrection ruin her marriage to her biological father? Read on to find out. Below are spoilers for what will happen next on Bold and Beautiful. By feigning Luna Nozawa's death, Dr. Lee Finnegan made the startling choice to take her home from the hospital, conceal her from the authorities, and nurture her back to health. According to promos for this week's episode of the CBS serial opera, Sheila will be overjoyed to locate Luna. Her father, Dr. John Finnegan, however, would not share her sentiments. Viewers of The Bold and the Beautiful were astounded by Finn's lack of emotion after losing his daughter. In fact, the good doctor appeared to be happy that she was no longer involved. Finn had never been threatened by Luna, but she would eventually destroy his marriage to Steffy Forrester. Steffy warned Finn that she would dissolve their marriage if he didn't distance himself from his insane daughter Luna. Dr. Finn, ever the submissive spouse, abandoned his troublesome daughter and severed his relationship with her. But Steffy didn't know Luna wasn't dead and gone when she packed up the kids and left town. Luna will soon be reunited with her father, Finn, thanks to the efforts of her grandparents. Finn might decide to give his daughter another opportunity after initially thinking she was dead. B&B Spoilers indicate that Steffy Forrester will lose her temper with Luna Nozawa when she gets home. However, at that point, Finn might have grown so close to his daughter that he would never abandon her again. Is Shin as good as dead in your opinion? Given that Luna Nozawa is still alive, is Steffy and Finn's marriage over? Will strength awakens Luna? Bill called LAPD Lieutenant Baker at the Spencer estate to make sure Grace had turned herself in. He then reenacted what Grace and Reese Buckingham had done to their family with Liam and Hope. Hope explained that since Bill was so concerned about Liam's survival, he shouldn't feel bad for not realizing it was a hoax. Hope assured Liam that the most important thing was that he was safe and that they were stronger than before. Bill assured Liam and Hope that he would do everything in his power to ensure Grace's incarceration. He described how she gave him such a sincere gaze but did something just as horrible as Reese had. It's a series of scams. The same debt from gambling, and the same suffering endured by our family, Bill raged. Liam claimed that the thankfulness outweighed the shock of it all. Bill grew softer and took note of his appreciation. He and Liam gave each other hugs and expressed their affection for one another. Following Bill's departure, Liam and Hope continued their conversation about their appreciation. Liam realized that he had killed someone by shooting them. He reassured Hope that he had to protect Steffy even though Luna woke up with willpower and wanted to kill her. Hope informed him she thought he was right. Will and Katie mentioned in the design office that Brooke had returned from Italy, but was relaxing at home after almost passing away in the Mediterranean. They reiterated their appreciation for Liam's survival. Will then expressed his love for Electra to his mother. Will claimed that although he was being a gentleman and waiting for Electra to be ready for sex, he still really desired her. Ivy and Electra raved about how some people feel amazing in their lives at the CEO's office. Electra was aware that Ivy was in love with Will, and that she felt that way about Liam. Although Electra believed Will was superior to her in terms of sex, she was aware that he felt the same way about her. Ivy acknowledged that Electra needed to take her time and trust, after what she had to endure with Remy and the deepfakes. Electra was aware that other girls would gladly replace her with Will, and provide him with the sex he desired. She wanted to let her guard down with Will, whom Electra described as a safe place for her. Even if she trusted Will, Ivy stated she could take her time. Electra claimed that although she wanted Will, she needed to feel fully prepared, and that time had not yet arrived. She was confident that the wait would be worthwhile when the time was right. Sheila and Lee gave each other kudos at Lee's before telling Luna that Lee had saved her life. Lee instructed Sheila to explain her presence to Luna. After asking if she had any memories, Sheila filled Luna in on the day at the art school. She started to explain how she was shot by accident, but Lee cut her off, saying she was making Luna angry. As she showed Luna her foot and mentioned that she was no longer able to wear flip-flops, Sheila continued to say that toes were overrated. After giggling over it, Sheila reassured Luna that she and Lee would always be there for her. Sheila assured Luna that she would do every effort to fulfill all of her goals. Luna was grinning as they walked away from her bedside after Lee suggested they let her rest. Luna recalled Sheila's statement about realizing all of her dreams, as she and Lee went over Luna's prescription. Luna also dreamily whispered Will's name and imagined herself kissing him. Following Grace's confession, Liam and Hope attacked her, and Sheila unintentionally learned that Luna was still alive. Finding out that Luna is still alive astounds Sheila. In the same way that she saved Finn, Lee saved Luna. Sheila is appreciative, but considering what Luna has done to Finn, she is shocked that she did this. Lee explains that something changed inside of her after being shot and having her life in her hands. She was reminded that she was both her niece and her granddaughter. After reflecting on all the terrible things she had done, she began to believe that she might perhaps be forgiven. Luna's drug-addled mother destroyed her innocence from birth. Lee made the decision to rescue and rehabilitate her. She would have ended up back in prison if Lee had allowed her to recover at the hospital. She smuggled her out of the hospital to see if she could get better and have another opportunity because things were so crazy there. Sheila is sworn to secrecy by Lee. Sheila invites her granddaughter to stay with her for a bit. According to her, they both have survivor blood and a ton of memories to create. Sheila summons Lee over as Luna squeezes her hand. Sheila assures Luna that her grandmothers are there for her, as she begins to open her eyes. In the Forrester office, Will tells Electra how hot she is while they are sharing a kiss. They reflect on how the doctors rescued Liam from Luna and how Liam rescued them from Luna. Will holds himself responsible for not catching Luna, but Electra assures him that he was one of the godmen, and that Luna had her just desserts. In order to confirm that Liam will live, Ivy rushes in. Ivy is crying uncontrollably. She came very near to losing him, and nothing can defeat him. Just as Electra is relieved that Luna is no longer in their lives, she is certain that she is also relieved. Bill tells Katie in the design office that he will always be grateful to Grace for saving his son. Liam yells and paces Hope at Bill's about how Grace deceived him by pretending to have brain cancer. Grace recently turned herself into the police, according to a text message from Finn. Hope claims she belongs there. She continues disparaging Grace before saying that Liam's well-being is more essential. Liam knows he must tell his father. Hope fears that he will wish to murder Grace. Liam asks his father to come home over the phone. He is unable to discuss it over the phone, but everything is well. Bill will go nuclear, so Liam hopes Grace is prepared. Bill shows up shortly after, and his son tells him a narrative that he might find hard to believe. Liam clarifies that the Finn was correct to believe his miraculous treatment was unreal. Bill briefly fears that the procedure was unsuccessful. They clarify that the tumor was a fake. It was all a fraud. He would have paid anything Grace knew. Bill assumes that this has to do with Reese's obligations. Bill becomes enraged as they describe what transpired and how Grace deceived them. That bitch will pay. Grave Buckingham will regret ever having met me. Bill promises.